All right, guys. What's up, team? Today we have AMC Q3 earnings. We're gonna do a poll in chat. Let me know if you think we'll react positive or negative on Amazon. We are holding AMC, so we've been holding AMC for a while now. Hopefully, they say something positive. A poll here, vote in the poll. We're gonna stream the entire earnings call as it happens as well. Yeah, how's FTT doing? I haven't even looked at it since this morning stream. I know FTT. Whew. Wow, dude. FTT legit dropped down to 450. People are scared it's going to do another Luna, is what this is, man. What happened? Did I miss some news drop on Twitter regarding FTT? What happened here? Did Sam Bankman-Fried say anything yet? Wow. So Binance is buying FTT. Wait, what's Binance coin doing right now? Wow, that's crazy. Bitcoin, I don't know if I'd call this a crash yet. Bitcoin's still at 18,000. I mean, it's down big on this FTT news. FTT is down 79%. What's BNB doing here? I'm surprised BNB's even down, though, considering everything. You know, I would think, like, since they're basically acquiring FTT or FTX. Yeah, I don't know if it's all going to be okay, bro. I really don't know. But, man, that's crazy. Anyways, we're going to do a post regarding AMC. SPY actually kind of going green today, not really following the market here. We're going to do a Twitter poll as we always do. Yeah, so AMC still sitting pretty stagnant here, man. Not really doing too much. So AMC is reporting theirs at 5 p.m. Is when AMC is dropping their numbers, 5 p.m. We're going to do a poll as we always do, calls or puts on AMC. Looking at our current poll here. Never invested crypto. Yeah, I'm surprised crypto's dropping like it is, to be honest here, man. We also have Disney earnings today as well. That'll be interesting to see. AMC still at 5:30. It's not really doing much here. Yeah, man. Y'all do me a favor. Hit the like button as you join the stream if you have not already. We certainly appreciate it. We're also going to do we're also going to send out our newsletter as we always do. And so, yeah, let me know what you guys think, man. I'm just kind of catching back up on the crypto market, man. It's kind of crazy. Bitcoin has essentially just tanked massively here. I wouldn't call it a crash yet. It dropped all the way down to 16.8, though. It's a super interesting day to watch this. Here's Ape right here. So Ape is at 150, so we're watching that as well. We're at 540s. Hey, what's up, Carolite? Hey, what's up, Ren? Hey, good morning, team. We're going to get ready to send our newsletter out for earnings here today as well. And looking at our poll so far, kind of a split down the middle here. 45% bull, 55% are bearish on AMC earnings. HK said crypto is a market. Yeah, man. Honestly, we'll see. AMC is 5 p.m. We're going to stream the entire call live right here. We will stream the entire call live as we do. The call's at 5 p.m. So the earnings drop at 4:05. The actual call starts at 5 p.m. We're going to stream it live as well. But man, dude, what a day for the crypto market here, man. Also, guys, y'all do me a favor. Hit the like button. We got 14 likes. Let's bring that number up to over 100 before 4 p.m. if we can. Let's see. AMC, Snap, Tesla. Put this link up. All right, guys. So we're sending our newsletter out now. If you want to be a part of our newsletter, completely free, newsletter we send out. We got hundreds and hundreds of people here. And so if you want to check it out, completely free to sign up. There's the link. Check it out. We're getting ready to send our latest newsletter out now. So if you haven't already, again, check it out. Hit that like button. We appreciate it. AMC down to 530s currently, 530s. We'll see what we get for this one right now. We did have a green day today, luckily. It was kind of a back and forth day. It looks like in hindsight, it was the right move not to really trade super at like aggressive or, big today. Not a lot of really good activity, to be honest. So not really a day where I think trading large was justified. And luckily we didn't. We're going to send out our newsletter now. But yeah, AMC pretty sideways. I expect much more of a bull run prior to this. Yeah, I saw the crypto drop. What's going on right now in crypto, just to put this in, we'll talk about it a little bit later. We're going to do a crypto show, as we always do. But what's going on right now in crypto is FTX is essentially one of the largest crypto exchanges in the world. It's actually number 2, basically tied with Coinbase as the largest crypto exchange in the world. What happened today, specifically, we started hearing rumors, last night, like late last night, about insolvency with it, right? Basically, they didn't have enough money. With that, if you look at the actual coin itself, the coin itself, which the token, symbol is FTT. Today alone, it dropped from, let me see, if we look at a 1-minute chart, today alone, this thing dropped from about $20 down to about $4.50. So it lost 80% of its value today. And we did just get the news that the CEO of Binance posted on Twitter, which is, again, another real use case for Twitter here. If you look at Binance, if you look at the CEO of Binance, the CZ is his abbreviation. He posted today, he said, this afternoon, FTX asked for our help. There is a significant liquidity crunch, so insolvency. To protect users, we signed a non-binding letter of intent, which is LOI, intending to fully acquire FTX.com and help cover the liquidity crunch. We will be conducting a full DD in the coming days. And yeah. That's kind of what's going on. That is what crashed the crypto market. Now, again, this is pretty bad for crypto. It's pretty bad for crypto. But yeah, with that said, AMC does drop earnings today. And again, we'll see if we show something good. Let me know what you guys are thinking here. We did our poll on AMC earnings. If you want to vote on this Twitter poll, it's right here. Give me a follow on Twitter if you haven't already. Hey, thank you, Armando. I don't know about Binance. I'll say this regarding crypto, and I've said this before. I said it this morning. People said I was spreading FUD. I'm really not. Like, the problem here is that if Luna earlier this year can cause such massive fluctuations in crypto, what is this going to do? FTX is probably one of the most well-known crypto exchanges in the world. And so with that, them going insolvent is bad for crypto. It's just not good. It's just not good. Anybody that's being honest will tell you it's not good. And I mean, if you look at Bitcoin's price on the right, and again, I'm not really a big Bitcoin holder anymore. I haven't really been holding Bitcoin like that for a while now. I've mostly, I had some pretty big positions years ago in these, but I'm not really losing much from this. But yeah, Bitcoin at one point it hit 16.8 thousand, so tough. All right, guys. So AMC at 540. So yeah, we're gonna do a full show covering the Binance, FTX news, and all that stuff. We're gonna do a full show covering all of it later, and so be ready. Hey, what's up, AJ? Yeah, the real question is, what does Binance Coin do? BNB? No, not BNB. BNB is BitGet token, right? Not BNB. Oh no, BNB is Binance token. What is BNB? I get them mixed up. BitGet token is BGB. Okay, my bad. So BNB is Binance token. Bitcoin back up to 18.5. Let's look at APE here. And again, we are holding AMC. We are holding AMC. You know, our average on AMC is in the sevens. We are a little green on it today, slightly green, you know. Now we did in green in stocks today too, but we still got 30 full minutes. Yeah, I got the EQS. Is that electric? The new Benzes are cool, bro. I'll tell you that. Yeah, I think it's cool. That's the electric one, huh? 4.1 seconds, 0 to 60. Yeah, we got the GLS 450. You know, I don't really like to brag. I'm not really trying to, but we got one of the newer SUVs, is what I should say. And it's cool. It's cool. It drives itself, you know, and it's not electric. Like ours is just cool cars, man. Ours is a hybrid, to where it's part electric. Gas mileage is really good, but it's still a gas powered motor. There goes AMC starting to pop. It's at 540s. Will this thing squeeze up today? I hope so. We got other big earnings dropping this evening too here, team. All right, guys. So there's Ape on the right. AMC pumping up to 540s. Testing the VWAP now here, the volume weighted average price. Well, the rest of the meme stocks move with AMC. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. The new ones are the coolest, bro. The new ones have the big TV in the front of the car. Yeah, they're cool. We had to wait for it a long time, man. The automobile industry is weird right now. Chips, mostly. Yeah, read all this news, man. Crypto is crazy right now, guys. All right, guys. So again, AMC started to creep back up. The last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes have been green minutes here. I am holding AMC. I've been holding it for a while, to be honest. So I'm hoping we get some good action today. Speaking on Affirm, have you seen the article explaining that pay for later customers are behind on payments? No, I know Affirm has lost a lot of hype though. Affirm, it was really big in terms of like what it had going for it. Let me give you guys the schedule today. We're going to cover all these major earnings. Affirm, AMC, Disney, Upstart, all of them. We streamed all of these at least once before, generally speaking. Lucid is today as well, LCID. If we look at Lucid here on the right, it's kind of having a weird day. It's a weird day, man. I'm glad we got out, bro. Somehow we ended green. I don't know how, but we did in green, man. Here's our P&L today. And just pure day trading, here's our actual P&L. And so we did it in green, up about $175 or so, which I will happily take with how the market has been. Again, it is CPI week. We got a lot of craziness going on in terms of like movements in Bitcoin, crypto, the FTX. Yeah, and I checked. I checked the what was going on with the FTX Bitcoin thing this morning, but Sam Bankman-Fried basically said that they weren't insolvent. He said they were not insolvent. He made this post this morning, and I understand why, because he's not going to be like, yeah, we're failing, But there's a lot of rumors going on about a lot of different things here. He said this morning, a competitor is trying to go after us with false rumors. FTX is fine. Assets are fine. All right, AMC at 540s here. We got Lucid on the right. We also have Affirm here at 1590s for this one. Yeah, for sure. Well, what happened was in 2019, there was kind of a Twitter beef between Binance, CZ, and Sam Bankman-Fried, which is FTX's founder. And, Binance was quote-unquote attacked in 2019, and a lot of people speculated that it was Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX. And then over the years, FTX has gotten bigger and bigger. They've had a huge budget, though, in terms of marketing. If you look at, like, Major League Baseball umpires, right, a lot of them have FTX on their shirt. So like they're sponsoring Major League Baseball, and they had been, and they've been spending a lot of money. And I think what happened here is the Luna disaster trickled into this, and then I think because crypto is so sympathy heavy that it's just broadly affecting everything. It's kind of crazy. Martin Shkreli apparently told Do Kwon jail is not that bad. $1 million invested in FTT yesterday would be worth $180K today. Wow. All right, AMC back over VWAP at 540s. 540 starting to run up here, team. Yeah, the range is looking small. Yeah, Disney reporting earnings today as well. If we look at the Disney expectations for Disney are for 50-cent profit per share and EPS, 21.21 billion in sales revenue. AMC is expecting a 25-cent loss per share, 961.09 million in sales revenue. Upstart is expecting 8-cent loss per share at EPS, 171.67 million in sales revenue. Occidental Petroleum is at 248 EPS expectations with 9.35 billion in sales revenue. Affirm is at 82 cents per share in losses in EPS with 359.68 million in sales revenue. Lucid is expecting a loss as well, coming in at 33-cent loss per share in expectations for Lucid with 209.06 million in sales revenue. Plug Power expecting 25-cent loss with 239.94 million. Mara Blockchain at 4:05 p.m. is dropping at 36-cent loss per share estimates, 35.43 million in sales revenue. We got a bunch of other big crypto stocks today as well. It'll be really interesting to see that dynamic. We do have AMC start to run. AMC's at 540s right now, starting to creep up. It's at 548, almost 550. They did say one of the Powerball jackpot winners were sold in Los Angeles. In the past 24 hours, 370,000 crypto traders were liquidated, totaling around $775 million in liquidations. Again, AMC starting to pump up. Let's watch 550 here. This okay. What today's earnings call could do is break AMC out of this really small range that it's been in. You know, that's what this could do. All right, we're at 549 for AMC 550. There's 550 tapping here. Let's watch to see if we can break over that. So Fortune, 2 months ago, Fortune posted Sam Bankman-Fried on the cover saying he was betting big on crypto in a moment of crisis. He could be an empire like the Oracle of Omaha or crash and burn. FTX is down nearly 90% in the last 24 hours. What a crazy day. Just today, guys, alone. Look at AMC starting to test 550s. I'm not trading options at all here. All right, AMC pumping up to 550, so you're starting to move up more. We have the actual earnings dropping in about 20 minutes, give or take about 20 minutes. I'm not holding any of them, Rakesh. You sound emotional over there, bro. You know? Yeah, today's kind of a crazy day. Let me know, Disney, calls or puts. Let me know what you guys think. Looking at our poll on Twitter, AMC drops their Q3 earnings report and call. Calls or puts, we are holding shares. Like I said, I am in AMC. I'm holding shares long. Don't have the best average, though. My average is like 7s, But I am holding some. If you want to see the position, I can show you guys if you want. Join us live to watch AMC earnings report and call. AMC call goes live at 4. We also have Disney going live today as well with earnings here. Just to give you a schedule on the drops today, Disney drops at 4:05, AMC drops at 4:05, Upstart drops at 4:05, OXY drops at 4:15, NVAX drops at 4, Affirm drops at 4:05, Lucid at 4:05, Plug at 4, Mara at 4:05, Blank at 4, ATER drops today at 4:15. And a bunch of other ones. So again, let me know what you guys think. AMC starting to rip back up. Will this break AMC out of the really sideways range that it's in? Yeah, Coinbase down 15%. Honestly, it's kind of crazy what's going on right now and everything. All right, AMC at 550s. Yeah, FTT is crashing right now. FTT is a full-on crash right now. Honestly, I'm surprised Binance isn't pushing up on this. This would mean what they were saying was true. FTT did bounce back a little bit, but FTT is down 77% right now. Affirm at 16, starting to move up. Look, there goes AMC starting to rip here. We are holding shares, like I said. Disney drops their earnings today. You can see Disney right around 100, got caught in the market volatility today, which was pretty choppy and neutral here. Big range day, but pretty neutral. If we look at the actual range here, if you look at the actual range here, you can see the top and bottom. Like, while the range is big, it's still rectangular. So, choppy day where we go over and under VWAP here. Pretty neutral day. Again, AMC is ripping up. Look at AMC go up here. So AMC is breaking up. Hit 550s. Let's see if it held 5. Here's 550s. Starting to move up. Again, expectations for AMC are as follows here. Expectations for AMC are 25% loss per share. They're expecting 25.9% growth on $961.09 million in sales revenue. Yeah, I like overreactions for swing trades too. That's what I do. We overreact, or we buy up overreactions on the downside is usually what we do. We wait for huge drops. We wait for overreactions in terms of downside action. We look for a company that's otherwise healthy and successful, and we look for big overreactions on the downside. The last thing we did this on was Amazon, and we caught the Amazon bounce back very, very quickly. Again, we bought Amazon at like 80s, or maybe it was 90s, but we wrote it back and cut it already. So we don't hold this forever. So we bought, here it was. So we bought Amazon back here. We bought Amazon down here, and then over the next few days, we bounced back, and we ended up selling it at like 10 something, I think. I can't remember exactly where we sold this one, but we did buy it, and then we cut out of it. We're not holding any of this anymore, as you can see. But yeah, we'll see if we get some good movement here. We got about 190 votes. 55% are saying bullish. 45% are saying bearish. Again, here's Ape. Ape is at 156. So Ape is starting to move up with it. We'll see how much it does. Still got 10 minutes before the actual earnings reported. Again, they're scheduled to drop it at 4:05 p.m. specifically. Is when they're scheduled to drop at 4:05 p.m. We did get votes, calls, or puts on AMC. 65.5% said calls, 34.5% said puts. So mostly calls. Yeah. Yeah. Why are people keep asking me if we're like shorting AMC? We're holding shares on the long side. Like, we are in AMC long right now. And we're actually riding this move up. I mean, I'll take it here. But we are holding AMC. We're up small in the day. Our average is 730s. But we are holding it. What a crazy day right now, though, man. Absolutely crazy day. What a crazy day, man. Crypto crash, FTX insolvency, Binance buying them up because they're insolvent, AMC earnings, election day. We got the Powerball that was issued today that got delayed. It's just a weird day, man. Weird day. AMC up to 555s. Yeah, SPY went up and down big. Coin's still going strong. How is Coinbase here on all this stuff, man? Coinbase down to 50s. I mean, I don't know if I'd consider it going strong. It's still up at 50, though. Coinbase isn't crashing yet, so that's good. Yeah, that's very good. That Coinbase isn't crashing. Like, that's what we want to see. All right, guys, we still got 8 minutes before the actual earnings drop. Really, we got more than that. We got about 13 minutes to be exact. What a crazy day, bro. What a crazy day. AMC pushing up, breaking highs again. Or testing highs at 555 right now. The range is starting to pick up on AMC. I hope AMC does go to 8, Rakesh. I hope you're right, bro. It's not going to be today, most likely, for all of them. Yeah, the end of the day bounce back, man. I got it. Plug power. Yeah, Plug drops earnings today as well. It'll be fun to see what happens here. Coin at 50.6. Hey. Top 3 beats in the world right now. Did I get the top 3? Oh, no, I got Don't Sue Me. I need to get top 3. I know Pawn made me a top 3. I added all the other ones. I don't know where the top 3 one is. I'll have to add that one. Man, look at AMC rip here, guys. I love to see this. This is great. Again, somehow I ended green in futures. I don't know how, but oh yeah, I found it. I found it, Pawn. I got it, bro. There it is. Let me see if I can add it to. Let's see if we can add it here. All right, guys. AMC up to 550s, almost 560s here. Y'all do me a favor, hit the sub button, hit the notification bell. We appreciate you all. All right. Yeah, it might let me. I think, yeah, it will let me add another one. Yeah, there we go. It did let me add top 3. All right, guys, 560s just broke highs of the day for AMC. Highs of the day just broke here. We got 4 minutes before 4 p.m. Yeah, we're going to cover all the earnings. Y'all do me a favor. Hit the like button. We only got 54 right now. We could hit 100. Yeah, AMC deal with Zoom. That is a huge deal. AMC announced with Zoom this morning. Basically, there's Zoom rooms. AMC is going to partner with it. Yeah, if you look at AMC Zoom, Adam Aaron, they announced this morning that AMC was going to be a part. Let me find Adam Aaron. If you look at Adam Aaron's Twitter, also known as Aaron, he made a post this morning regarding the Zoom news. He said, we announced a bold news business that has not been discussed publicly before. In 23, AMC and Zoom will launch Zoom rooms at AMC at theaters in 17 U.S. cities. State-of-the-art tech that you have multi-city meetings, and AMC is going to enter that Zoom meeting market. So that's big news here. If you look at the Zoom stock, again, today we also have Disney earnings. Zoom is down to $78 a share. But a lot of people use Zoom. I use Zoom on my computer. I have Zoom on my computer. I have it on my phone. A lot of people do. And so we'll see what happens. Ape up to 159. Kind of moving up in the AMC sympathy here. But AMC did just break highs of the day. The actual earnings report is scheduled for 4:05. So the actual earnings report is scheduled for 4:05. So again, we still got, a couple minutes before that drops. But AMC at 550s. We got Ape at 160s. The AMC at 558. Again, the actual earnings report doesn't get released until another couple minutes here. AMC at 558. I'm a big Disney bull. All right, AMC at 559s. Again, let's see if this pumps it up. AMC has had noticeably less volume lately. The range is noticeably smaller than it was prior to the Ape dividend. We're at 559s right now. Ape is at 159s. And so still got time. All right, guys, so less than a minute before the actual closing bell here. And again, we're going to cover the earnings as soon as they go live and stream the full earnings call at 5 p.m. Yeah, Disney owns everything. The earnings are going to be released at 4 or 5 p.m., so we still got time. AMC right around the highs of the day here. Right around the highs of the day. Testing it now, though. All right, guys. AMC just broke highs right around the close here. We still are not scheduled to have the earnings drop until 4:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 4:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ape is up to 160s. The actual earnings are not scheduled to come out until, a little bit here. But let's look at what did just drop. We do have Disney and Amazon earnings. Or not Disney. We have Disney and AMC earnings. We have Affirm earnings. We've got a bunch of them, really. We've got Disney, Affirm. Lucid drops their earnings, too. Plug. Mara. Blink. Nothing out yet, really. The only ones scheduled to drop at 4 were NVAX. NVAX was scheduled to drop at 4. Here's NVAX right there. It's at 1965s. All right, guys, we still got about 4 minutes. 4 minutes here, team. We are going to put it in sub-only mode, so if you have not already, hit that subscribe button, guys. Hit the notification bell. We certainly appreciate it. We are going to throw it in sub-only mode for this. Again, help us hit that 100K level. We're getting pretty close. We're almost at 91K now. Again, we still have about 3.5 to 4 minutes, and then we're going to stream the full earnings call live here as well. So you'll be able to watch the full earnings call as soon as it goes live right here. Is Disney moving? Yeah, there goes Disney popping up here. Looks like Disney numbers are out. Let's see if we can find them. I don't see anything for Disney yet. Coinbase put out a report that said they're in a strong capital position, which is reflected by public and audited financial results that confirm there's no liquidity problem and can't be a run on the bank at Coinbase. Again, Disney is moving some, not really moving much. I don't see Disney yet, though. Disney, it doesn't look like they're out yet. Again, I got a bunch of different sources for this. I'm not seeing anything for Disney yet. You're my favorite YouTuber. Hey, thank you, Nadeem. I appreciate it. Yeah, still waiting for Disney. AMC numbers drop in a couple minutes. Yeah, we really only need about 160 subs to break 91K. There goes Disney moving up, though. It might just be in sympathy here. AMC still sitting firm at 550s. Again, let's get ready. 405. We're also going to stream the full earnings call for AMC. Plug earnings. Yeah, we'll cover all the major ones. Then they drop. Plug just dropped. They dropped third quarter EPS of 30-cent loss. We're going to put it in chat. 23-cent lost estimate. Sales of 188.6. Missed the 248 estimate. So much worse expected than for Plug. Plug came in noticeably worse than expected. They reaffirmed fiscal year 22 guidance. We're putting those numbers in chat so you'll see it. But we're waiting on AMC numbers, which are scheduled to drop in a minute and a half. Hey, what's up, Mo? NVAX dropped. They didn't actually say the EPS, though, so we'll have to go find that. I don't really have time for that. There goes the AMC dipping down to 550s. Again, expectations are for 25-cent loss per share. Here's the NVAX numbers. AMC did just move some. Disney hasn't moved yet. Again, AMC's not out yet either. Most of these are dropping at 4:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4:05 p.m. There's Disney moving down under $100. AKAM dropped. AMC pop it up. Look at Disney go down here. Disney just dipped under 100. No, Todd. AMC at 550s. Blink dropped. Blink missed on EPS. Or no, Blink beat on EPS. They dropped 51-cent profit or 51-cent loss per share on 52-cent estimate. Sales of us 17.25. AMC numbers are about to drop right now, like literally right now. So bear with me. Stand by, guys. We're going to cover them as soon as they drop. But yeah, AMC numbers are about to drop right now. So bear with me. Anytime now. Disney dipping down. It looks like they might have been early released. AMC down to 550s. Waiting here. Disney with a big drop down to 99. AMC at 550s right now. Disney dipping all the way to $96 a share. $96 a share for Disney. Still waiting on the AMC numbers. But Disney is tanking down fast. Diluted earnings per share for Disney came in. Again, I don't see any reaction yet to this. Nothing yet. But Disney is down majorly on this. Disney posted an EPS of 30, expected 54. Here's Disney's results. I don't see AMC's yet. Here's Disney's results. Hey, all good. There's Disney results in chat right there. You can see Disney actually came in noticeably worse than expected for EPS. Good sales revenue, though. Disney starting to rebound. AMC at 550. Still waiting for these numbers to drop. I don't see these numbers out yet for Disney here. So Disney's not out yet. It doesn't look like, unfortunately. Yeah, Disney's not out yet. Still patiently waiting for Disney, but there's the Disney numbers in chat. Or AMC's not out yet. Still waiting for AMC. Nope, not yet for AMC. Waiting. Disney dropped. It missed. Disney dropped. It missed on both metrics, sales revenue and EPS. You can see the numbers in chat here. Waiting on AMC right now. Nothing yet, though. AMC's moving, but the numbers aren't actually out yet. Waiting for AMC. Nothing. It's patiently waiting. Affirm is probably out already, I'm guessing here. Disney dipping down, though. You can see Disney's results here. Man, Disney dipping down. AMC still waiting. Nothing yet, man. They're late. Yeah, Firm is out already as well. We'll post in a second. AMC popping up to 550s, but Disney missed pretty big there. You can see the numbers on screen. Yeah, Disney had terrible results. Down to 95 bucks. Again, AMC didn't drop yet. We're still waiting pretty patiently for AMC, but they're late. Affirm dropped. I'll have to read the actual earnings call. They didn't post it here. Disney dropped pretty bad results. Disney started to test lows. Again, you can see the Disney numbers on screen. Still waiting for AMC numbers. Nothing yet. They're late in reporting for AMC. AMC's late. Yeah, we're looking for a Firm here, but Firm dropped. I hate it when companies do this, though, about finding a firm's numbers. We'll have to find those later, but we're still waiting for AMC. AMC's still pretty sideways. Disney testing lows after a big miss. A Firm is at 1430s. Big drop. Upstart posted a fourth quarter revenue of 125 million. But yeah, Disney's been out. We got those numbers up on screen here. AMC still hasn't dropped yet. Disney with a big upwick and then a big retracement candle. But yeah, UPST dropped. Loss per share of 69 cents. Third quarter revenue 157 million. Fourth quarter loss of 87 million in guidance. Fourth quarter revenue guidance of 125 million. Yeah, Occidental Petroleum. Nothing out yet for them either. They're late too. Man, look at Disney move here. Lucid is out. Third quarter revenue 129.5 million for Lucid. Annual production of 6 to 7K. Here's Lucid's numbers in chat right here. There's Lucid numbers in chat right there if you guys want to see them. Yeah, still waiting, man. AMC's late. Again, AMC's late at 550s right now. AMC was scheduled to drop at 4:05 too, so they're at least 5 minutes late. At 550s, we are holding it. Again, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We appreciate it. What we do here is just give out free trading content. We don't sell anything. We don't charge for anything. We don't claim to be experts. We don't act like gurus. We don't sell a course or a service. We don't even claim to be good traders. And if you appreciate that, hit the subscribe button. We're just a resource and community of traders. Hit the notification bell. We are holding AMC right now. We'll see if it does anything. We're at 550s. Disney making big moves, testing lows, big upwicks for Disney. Again, a huge miss for Disney. They dropped fourth quarter adjusted EPS of 30-cent profit. They expected almost twice as much at 54-cent expectations. Only 30 cents over 54-cent expectations. Revenue of 20.15 billion. They expected 21 plus billion. So Disney with a big miss in terms of EPS. They were much less profitable than originally anticipated. AMC starting to move up. We're at 550s now. AMC is late. As of October 1st, Disney Plus had 164 million Disney Plus subscribers, up almost 40% year over year. Yeah, AMC with a big miss. I don't see the Oxy numbers either. Yeah, AMC is just late. Occidental Petroleum is late too. All right, guys. All right, so average monthly revenue per paid global Disney Plus subscribers down 5% year over year, but Disney Plus subscribers are up 39%. 554 right now, 554. Yeah, Neo earnings will be interesting. Again, Disney started to run up, and I don't mind this. Again, I am holding Disney. We're just kind of patiently waiting here. We're getting the, or not, I'm not holding Disney right now. I'm actually flat at Disney. I am holding AMC, is what I meant to say. We don't claim to be good traders. Honestly, we don't, bro. I don't want that pressure, man. I mean, listen, I'll humble brag real quick. But, like, this is my actual profit graph over the last month and a half. You know what I mean? But, like, regardless, I don't want any type of pressure. Like, pressure kills profits. But this is my actual graph pulled directly from the platform I'm using. So, I mean, we're not bad traders. I'll say that. Disney breaking lows. We're at 93.60s. 93.60s. I'm just not trying to be a guru, really. I'm not trying to be a sleazy guru. I'm trying to pretend to be more profitable than I am or anything like that. Disney at 93.40s. Lucid dropped their numbers here. Lucid dropped third quarter EPS of 40-cent loss per share. They expected only 31-cent loss per share. They dropped 40-cent loss per share. Sales of 195.5 million. Missed the 209.06 million estimate. So Lucid missed on both metrics here for Lucid. So Lucid is down as well. Yeah, I mean, I'd buy this Disney dip. I might buy it. You know what? I think I will buy it. Take 30 shares here of Disney, which is not a small position necessarily here. 30 shares is reasonable enough. We'll let it swing. I think $93 is pretty cheap. I'll keep adding it down to the 80s for sure for Disney. Yeah, Marathon. So MARA dropped 65-cent loss, missed the 35-cent loss estimate. Sales of 12.69, missed the estimates. A lot of misses today, guys. A lot of big misses. Disney tanking down here. Here's a firm. Big drops on the firm. A lot of bad results here today. Crazy day in markets here, guys. We got the FTX crash and failure. AMC's late on reporting here. We got a firm down to 1270s. We got Disney dipping all the way down to $93 a share here. Yeah, I mean, I'm buying Disney here and I don't want anybody to copy me. And the only reason I'm buying it, here's the firm's numbers here. If you guys want to know a firm's numbers, we're going to drop those in chat as well. The only reason I'm buying this is because I have the ability. I've got a 30,000, 120K buying power TOS account. I can hold this for years if I need to for Disney here. And I think if you look at Disney in 5 years, it's going to be higher than where we are now. Again, I don't know for sure. Pure speculation. I have the ability to hold it if I need to. Please don't copy me. But I'm buying this dip. A firm dropped their numbers. You can see them in chat. Mara dropped pretty bad results as well here. And this is on the back of the FTX Sam Bankman-Fried fiasco going on right now in crypto, where FTX token dropped 80+%, dragging the rest of the crypto market down with it. Binance is now acquiring FTX because of insolvency. kind of a crazy day, man. We got AMC earnings, Mara bad, Affirm bad, Disney bad, FTX failed, Binance acquiring them. The Powerball winner was announced but delayed. Election day. It's a freaking weird day in the markets right now, guys. I'll tell you this. I trade every day live. It's a weird day right now. Y'all hit the subscribe button. We cover all the weirdness live right here. Hey, good luck, Tommy. Yeah, Disney breaking lows. Again, I'll add to this here. I don't mind adding here. All right, we'll add a little bit. Entry is 93 exactly. AMC, still waiting on the numbers here. Okay, here's AMC results. AMC just dropped. Let's find them. So AMC did just drop. Bear with me 1 second here. They were late enough. All right, let's look at the results here. Here's the PDF file. Total revenue grew to 1.116 million compared to 444.7 million in the second quarter. Net loss improved to 121.6 million compared to 344 in the second quarter. Adjusted EBITDA showed up here as 257.5 million, improvement to a positive 106.7 million. Net cash used in operating activities for the quarter was 76.6 million. Operating cash generated for the quarter was positive 52 million. Available liquidity was 1.176 billion for AMC. 1.167 billion here. Aaron said, it is similarly exciting that AMC is driving so much additional revenue per patron, including in our high margin and food business. At AMC theaters in the U.S., food and beverage spending per patron was $7.52 versus $5.58 in the comparable pre-pandemic quarter in 2019. This is quarter two, my bad. Why would they put this here? Where's the third quarter? It says they're out, but I'm not actually showing anything. Okay, so maybe they're not out. Yeah, I'm an idiot, guys, is basically what I'm saying right now. But like, Benzinga said they were out, and so I clicked the link Benzinga showed. Here's the real question. Do you guys see them out right now? Because I'm a huge idiot, but like, that's okay. Listen, subscribe to the Idiots channel here if you haven't already. You know, I'll show my channel while we do it. No. Everybody give me the best insult for me right now. I love it. I love it. Disney bounced it up though. And listen, I'm an optimist here. We're up about $30 in Disney right now. Here's the real question though. Has AMC actually freaking released their results yet, bro? Y'all were scheduled to release 15 minutes ago, AMC. Yeah, I don't see any movement here. Thank you. Look, hey. The best crack in the land, JT. The best crack in the land, bro. But no, AMC had 550s. Now they're out. I can see the movement on the chart. Now AMC numbers are actually out. And so I see the spike up. I see volume. Volume. This has got to be them being out, right? All right, we're at 561s. This is great for my position here. It's up to 564s. Still waiting. I don't actually see any report, though, but I can tell they're out right now, and they're doing really well. They're up to 566s. 561 for AMC. It's up to 565s. No, the actual earnings call will be at 6 p.m. or at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to stream that, so we'll stream that live. I'm checking their site. I still don't see anything out for them yet. Let me look at another page. Hold on. All right, here's the actual third quarter results. Total revenue, here we go, according to Business Wire. Here, I'm going to download it for you guys right now. Here's the actual third quarter AMC results. 968.4 million compared to 763.2 million in the third quarter. Net loss of 226.9 million compared to 224.2 million. So a higher net loss. Adjusted EBITDA decreased by 7.5 million to a loss of 12.9 million. AMC flying up to 5.7s right now. Look at this move for AMC. Huge rip. Available liquidity as of September 30th, 2022 was 5895.8 million, including 211.2 million of undrawn capacity. Yeah, so AMC's reacting positively to this. It's at 567s right now, 567s. And yeah, it looks good. AMC dropped third quarter EPS of 20 cents. They beat estimates. Here's the numbers. We'll put these numbers on screen so you guys can see it. They did beat estimates. There's a number on screen right there. Sales of 968.4 million beat the 961 estimates. So AMC, guys, in a day where everything else is doing really, really, really bad, Disney, Affirm, Lucid, Mara, whatever you could think of right now is crashing down in terms of earnings reports, missing on both metrics. AMC is doing well, and we're capitalizing on it. We're in it right now at 575. Will this spark AMC's momentum? You know, it's been a little rangy the last couple months since I've been in it, really. But will this spark more movement in AMC? Let me know. AMC's up to 580s right now, 580s. Again, they beat on both metrics here. We'll put this up in the big letters so you guys can see it. Here's the big letters. 20-cent loss per share. Beat the 24-cent loss up to 580s right now. You love to see it. Honestly, my Disney did buy. We're up like 30 bucks already here. Let me not speak too soon as Disney about to break lows. AMC's up to 580s, team. 580s. Will it hold? Hey, my guy. Thank you, X. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, sir. Occidental Petroleum dropped their numbers as well. We will be streaming the full earnings call as well, guys. So y'all stick around. Don't you dare leave. I'll hate you forever. We will stream the entire earnings call. We're at 577s right now for AMC. Let's see if it actually holds some of these levels here. Now, first one, we're going to look at a $0.25 level of 575. See if that holds as a short-term support. We can look at a longer-term chart. And we can look at like some of these lows down here at like 585 or so. We can look at $6 above us. And we just ripped up past it up to almost $6 here. We're at 589s right now. We did hold at 575, and now we're up to 590s. Still rip it up. Hey, thank you so much for the $2, though, brother. Thank you. It's actually $2 Canadian. So thank you, sir. Yeah, Occidental Petroleum dropped these numbers here. I was really impressed with how bad Disney did. I mean, I bought the dip. Our entry is $93. We're a little bit green in it. AMC pumping up towards 6. Theaters historically do great in times of economic hardships. People want to escape reality, 100%. Hey. All right, guys, we tap 6 at 583s right now. The volatility is picking up for AMC. Yeah, second quarter earnings coming after this, guys. You know, don't worry. Next after that is first quarter earnings. We're at 585s. Disney started to bounce back. Let's see if it breaks 94. Yeah, listen, guys, we are less than 100 subs away from hitting 91,000. We're really 90 subs away. So, hey, listen, I would never pressure you to subscribe, guys. Never, ever would I do that. But if you don't, I'll hate you forever and ban you for life from this channel. Subscribe now. I appreciate the love. AMC is rip it up here. Let's see if we can break 6 today. Are we going to break 6? Let me know. Oh, yeah, bro. We are like a NASCAR race sound mixed with like a auctioneer is what we are here. You know, top 3 auctioneers in the world right now. AMC up to 590s. We'll see if it actually holds. Disney at $94 here, testing that level. We did buy a couple. Lucid missed. I'm pretty sure Lucid missed, right? Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Lucid missed. Honestly, best bet is that everything except for AMC missed, I think. Literally, most of the things I looked at did miss today. So it's kind of a weird day, man. We got... Yeah, Lucid missed. Here's the Lucid numbers. I'll put them in chat just for you, sir. Lucid dropped EPS of 40-cent loss, missed 31-cent estimate, sales of 195.5 mil, missed the 209 estimates, essentially. AMC rip it up nicely, though. Tap 6, we're pulling back down. Let's watch 575, see if it's a support level. Disney pulling up to $94. What revenue? On AMC? AMC revenue came in at 968.4 million in sales revenue. Is what they came in at. Neo doesn't drop numbers until Thursday. Occidental Petroleum, which is OXY, dropped already. 244 EPS, 246 estimate. So a slight miss for OXY. Disney dipping down heavily here. All right, we're at 570s for AMC. 570s. Again, we will stream the entire earnings call. The numbers back up on screen so you guys can see them. All right, we're at 571s. I just think this is good because this will spark it out of some of the sideways range we've been in. So I think this is good. Even if we dip a little bit for AMC, we've been kind of stagnant. And so in that regard, I think any type of bullish action right now, especially with these numbers are good for AMC. We beat on both metrics here, so that's great. Hey, all good, Randy. Somebody explained APE to me. APE is a special purpose dividend where, it was a 1-to-1 ratio for every AMC share. You get an APE share, kind of a special purpose dividend that acts very similar to an offering. AMC started to dip heavily, though, at 550s, guys. 550s. Hey, thank you, John. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Yeah, I mean, listen, I just think as long as we move today, we're okay. I think AMC did have a beat on both metrics, though. I don't see any guidance numbers, though, here, so I'm looking for guidance numbers, but I don't actually see any. I don't know if AMC gives guidance, right? Quoting the actual earnings release, it said, our recovery continues and we look forward to enthusiasm to a return back to a more robust film slate in the fourth quarter of 2022, which has already started strong with the release of Black Adam. The movie has the highest opening weekend box office of all time for a film starring Dwayne Johnson. A lot of other, quote, blockbusters are going to be released in the fourth quarter, including the highly anticipated Black Panther Wakanda Forever movie. Advanced sales have surpassed expectations. Strange World and Avatar The Way of Water. Honestly, those are huge movies. Like, to put it into perspective, Avatar was the single most successful movie in history when it debuted, 10 years ago? That movie is coming out soon. I believe that's going to break sales records as well, and I think that's good for AMC. Obviously, Wakanda Forever is huge for sales. Black Adam, a big movie for sales as well. And so all of these things are very optimistic, I would say, for AMC moving forward. I think, I think if you really think about the strategic implications of this, I think these movies are huge. These are some of the best performing movies in history. And the sequels are coming out, over the next couple months here. Again, Avatar Way of Water, Wakanda Forever. Those are some of the biggest initial movies in history. And the sequels to those are dropping soon. And so I think that's very good for AMC. And with that, AMC moving back up, it's at 570s. Bro, do you even trade or only watch charts? Haven't seen you make any money. I mean, we trade live every day, but the name of the stream isn't live trading. Tell me where you see live trading in the title, and I'll trade some. But we did trade a little bit. We bought Disney at $93. We're up a little bit, but regardless, it's not a live trading stream, bro. It's a earnings stream. Like I said, I might be the worst trader ever. It doesn't matter. Like, we're just giving out free information. We're at 570s right now for AMC 570s. Hey, thank you, Jeff. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Yeah, I bought Disney. We'll see. I'm sitting in it right now. Again, my TOS account's got about 120K in buying power. We bought some Disney. I might add some more down here. It doesn't really matter. I'll add another 10 shares. All right, we're in 55 shares of Disney. We'll see if it works. We'll add some more if we need to. We're in AMC as well. We're sitting at 560s. You don't make money watching charts, dude. I mean, that's such a naive perspective, though. You know, like you don't always have to be trading. That's ridiculous. Like most of the time, there's actually a very famous quote, and it says, "Money is not made in trading. Money is made in waiting." The people who need to trade constantly, nonstop, and trade every little volatile candlestick movement are usually people that destroy their accounts. To be completely real, and so I don't always have to trade. That's a silly stance, brother. Silly stance, man. Uh, Again, AMC pretty neutral. I'm just glad we're not down. We did beat on both expectations with both EPS and sales revenue. Better than expected, as you can see on the screen. We showed 20-cent EPS, beat the 24-cent estimate, so a smaller loss. In terms of EPS, guys, just to put it into perspective, EPS is profitability. And so when you hear EPS, think profitability. Sales revenue is growth, essentially, right? So that's what you got to understand about this. AMC basically beat on both metrics. That's great for them. Hey, thank you, Tyree. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Yeah, honestly, I'm making money right now. I mean, listen, this channel makes money 100%. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. You know? But yeah, we're making money right now. Just looking at a chart, to be honest. So we're actually doing just that. And I appreciate you guys. I really do. We give out free information while we do it. Disney bouncing back here. Again, we are holding a little piece. We're up about $40, give or take. Depending on how far we rebound short term, I might add some more. I might take some off of this, depending on what it does. Hey, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, Disney Plus is huge, man. Honestly, Disney is just a money-making machine. People hate on Disney for political implications and reasons, but the reality of it is Disney owns all my favorite things, right? They own Star Wars, they own Marvel, they own ESPN, you know, they own all these huge brands, right? They make so much money. Disney Plus is growing every time we look at it, and so in that regard, betting against Disney, I just don't know if that's necessarily a smart move. I've actually made a lot of money on Disney the last 3 months. I've been swing trading it off and on. I bought it at 91.60s and then sold some at about $100. I got out of that. I think it was last week. It might be the week before that. But we did ride Disney from 91.60s up to 100. We were very open about it on stream. Same thing with Snapchat as well. But our swing trades have been pretty profitable lately. We'll see if we can keep them up. You know, we got about 25 minutes before the actual earnings call. And again, we will stream that earnings call fully live right here. Yeah, nobody won the lottery here, bro. Y'all wouldn't be here. Honestly, if I won the lottery, y'all wouldn't see me, bro. Y'all be like, where's John? My son was so hyped up about the lottery. He was like, Daddy, if we win the lottery, how many video games can I buy? I was like, all of them. Okay, I'll buy you every video game in existence if we win that. But then I also had to put it into perspective and be like, son, the chances of winning this are 1 in hundreds of millions. You know, it's incredibly unlikely. But yeah. I wouldn't be here if we won the lottery. Disney started to bounce back. AMC still pretty sideways, kind of slowing down. I'm sure everybody's waiting for the earnings call to start and hear what Adam Aaron's going to say during the earnings call. Seriously, he really asked that. He said, Daddy, how many video games can I buy if we win? I said, all of them, really. You know. And then I had to explain to him how much a billion actually was. You know, I told him a billion was 1,000 millions. You know, and a million, most people don't have a million. So to have 1,000 of that would make us, you know, very, very, very wealthy. Listen, I play video games too, man. You know, if y'all want to get beat at MLB The Show, let me know. How about those Astros? Anyways, Disney at 93.60s. AMC pulling back here again, right around the previous closing prices, right around this level. You can see the previous close is at 562, so it's right here. We can document this level. I think it's a relevant level to watch. We'll put a big thing up here so we can see it. All right. Why isn't AMC even budging after beating? I guess people are waiting for the actual earnings call. All right. We also have some more following data here. Soft industry box office hurt the third quarter, but, quote, encouragingly, per patron metric for admissions and food beverages remains well above pre-pandemic levels, according to AMC. And then we did read that in the actual ER release. Yeah, I mean, I like 21 better than 22. I've got that parallel 5 Pedro, though. So I've been using him lately. I still don't have that Trout, the new Trout, or I think if Walter Johnson is the new one they put out. I don't have much time to play it as a parent, man. I just don't have time. AMC down to 550, so under the previous closing price. Technically red on this reaction here. Technically red. AMC Entertainment expects to make more business development announcements in the coming weeks and months. So we'll put this up on screen so you can see it. Lucid missed, but I think their production numbers weren't terrible here if we look at Lucid. So yeah, Lucid missed 40-cent EPS, over 31-cent estimates, 195 million sales, over 209 estimates. Company announced that it's on track for annual production guidance of 6,000 to 7,000 vehicles here. Hey, thank you guys so much. Again, hit that sub button, guys. We need 60 left to break 91K. We're pretty close. I think we'll hit it during this stream for sure. We should hit it sometime during the stream. 1280s though. So Lucid breaking down here. Still watching Disney. Again, the full earnings call is going to be streamed here live at 5 p.m. So in 23 minutes. Yeah, no, we looked at Upstart. We reported all the stuff when it came out. Upstart 24-cent EPS, missed the 8-cent loss estimate. Sales of 157, missed the 169 estimates. So yeah, big miss for Upstart here. And Upstart is falling down big. We're up about $50 right now with the Disney dip buy that we bought here at $93. Again, I don't know if I want to take a little bit off or just ride this thing up. Again, I've been using the same swing trading strategy for a long time now. 5 p.m. is when the call is, shorts. It's at 5 p.m. I guess we'll just sit in this here. Again, I'm pretty confident in Disney at these levels. It's just so cheap right now. I don't know if we're up quite enough yet. We get to 93.50s, I'll take some. Although I don't know if I like the range necessarily here. Long John Silver's, bro. Long John Silver's is good, man. It's not great, but it's good. You know, it's a guilty pleasure food. You know what I mean? I never had one until I moved to Texas. I'm from Louisiana originally, but I never had one. How about LSU? I never had one until I moved to Texas, though, and we had one right down the street. You know what's really good? Culver's, or is it Culver's? I think it's Culver's. Culver's super good. That Wisconsin food is good. We had one right down the street. It closed down. Anyways, AMC at 550, so technically red. Again, a lot of people are waiting for the earnings call. They did have their Zoom Room partnership announced this morning. We covered that. And again, we'll see what we get anything favorable for the actual earnings call, which should start in about 20 minutes, guys. 20 minutes. We're right around 550. We'll see if that can hold support here at 550s. Houston. Don John, wondering if you know there's a correlation between the U.S. stock and the Canadian one for Disney. I've never even heard of the Canadian Disney stock, brother. So I have no idea, man. I'm sure if it's the same company, I'm sure there's somewhat of a correlation, but I'm sure it probably goes something like Disney Canada follows DIS, you know. So I'm sure it kind of follows whatever the main Disney company does. It's just the sympathy move of it, if that makes sense. I'm sure kind of how it goes, but I might be wrong. I don't know. AMC with a big drop, down under 550s now, going red, under volume weighted average price for a split second. We'll see if it bounces back. Yeah, Culver's is really good. Those cheese curds are what's good from Culver's. You know, the burgers are good, but the cheese curds are what I go back for, really. AMC at 550s. Man, y'all are making me hungry. All right, we're at 93.90s right now for Disney. 93.90, starting to rebound here. Again, we're holding a little bit. There's a little pop back at AMC. Again, you can see the previous closing price is the light blue line we drew here. Yeah, I don't know if I can say that 5 times fast, Kyle. I can try, man. Yeah, Dave knows. Johnny used to live in Shreveport. Best part was Southern Classic Chicken. Hey, Shreveport's nice. I mean, you know, I'm from Baton Rouge, and so while I like Shreveport and all, there's just a different culture up there than where I'm from. Shreveport is nice. Shreveport is nice though. It's nice. What are you still doing up, bro? It's 3:40 in my time. It's almost 5 market time. Again, 19 minutes. Yeah, like there's just in different parts of Louisiana, different parts of like different cultures. Really, I'm from Baton Rouge, so I'm like from an hour away from New Orleans, and so we kind of get that New Orleans culture where I'm from. Shreveport, it's more of like an Alabama culture, I would say. A little bit different. I mean, we all love the Tigers, and we all root for the Saints, of course, but still good food everywhere you go, really. AMC is at 550s. Disney is at 93.80, so we're watching that. AMC starting to bounce back again. You can see the previous closing price. It's right around 563, 562s or so. Again, we did dip by AMC, or no, we were in AMC already. We've been holding that. We did bought Disney here. We're sitting in it now. I guess I'll take a little piece off just to lock in some gains here. Just a quick little trade. We just cut about half of it, a little bit over half of it. AMC starting to rebound back up. We're at 550s. Yeah, I actually met Boosie a long time ago. I met Boosie and Webby a long time ago. But yeah, everybody at Baton Rouge knows him. Him, Kevin Gates, Yeah, dude. Honestly, Todd, crypto craziness is out there right now, man. FTX failing insolvency, Binance buying FTX, the entire crypto market essentially dumping down heavy today on that news. A lot of people are worried about crypto in general today. It's just a weird market. We are going to be doing a crypto stream later on today after the earnings call. But yeah, man, just a weird market right now. Right, it's, AMC consolidating here a little bit. Coinbase says it has very little exposure to FTX and no exposure to its token, FTT. So basically, Coinbase is not holding any FTT tokens. Yeah, it's 3:45 my time. AMC support. I mean, we can look at the low of today, really, the low of after hours today, which is at 5:40 or so. This level right here at 530s has been confirmed a few times this morning as well. So we can look at that also. AMC just broke lows of after hours here, broke lows of after hours, starting to fall here. We're at 540s, 540s. $536s here, 530s for AMC, still falling down pretty big at 93.75 for Disney. Testing that previous closing price, the actual previous closing price from yesterday here at 533 for AMC. You can see it falling down here. There's the previous closing price from yesterday. Here's the new one up here, this light blue one up at the top. But here's the main one, the actual closing price from yesterday. It's right around 533, right where we're at now. So we'll see if we bounce back. Again, AMC beat. They did better than expected on both metrics, on EPS and sales. No, I have AMC. I'm holding AMC long. All right, AMC down to 530s here. 530s, looking rough. But again, it's the range is still small enough to where we're still fine. Um, and yeah, let me know what you guys think we're gonna get. Still patiently waiting here. We got about 14 minutes before the actual earnings call, and we will stream the entire earnings call live right here. So we will stream the entire earnings call live right here. Um, so again, let me know what you guys think about it. We're at 530s. But yeah, Coinbase is basically saying, please, please don't drag me down with you. FTX saying, yo, we're not holding anything. All right, AMC consolidating at that 530 level, 530s. Still consolidating. Disney, looks like me cutting a piece of Disney was the right move. I mean, I'm going to be patient with the rest of it, though. I've already taken and locked in some profit here. And so, like, we have time to sit on this if we need to, as long as you really need to. But, man, Disney taking a dive. Bouncing at 93s here. We're still green, even on this. But, man, FTX Binance is kind of crazy, crazy. And we still got about 12 minutes. All right, so Disney did pop up a little bit. AMC is at 529s. But again, I think AMC, we have some optimistic things to look at. Again, like I said, man, the big thing I think is that we have the new Pandora movie. We have Wakanda Forever, both going live today. Or both going live, I'm sorry, this year. And I think that'll be obviously good for AMC. I think that'll be obviously good for them. Now, again, we'll see how well they do or how much they hold or anything like that. But I think those are going to be optimistic signs for AMC. Because those are just huge movies. And so I think in terms of numbers and results, those are huge movies. And in that regard, it's something that we should probably pay attention to. And, we'll see if they keep it up. What do you guys think? Do you guys think those will boost AMC's numbers? I think there's a chance they do. AMC still consolidating right under 530s. All right, guys. So again, we're kind of consolidating for Disney. Back up to 93.30s here. Still green. Luckily, we took some profit at the top towards 94s. AMC still consolidating right under the previous closing price. We're at 533s. We do actually have the full earnings call starting in about 9 minutes. $93.19 here. Looking back up in the chat here, kind of feels I'm done with AMC. AMC, honestly, AMC's not doing that bad. They had good numbers. They beat on numbers. Just the price action is kind of weird. Yeah, beat on both EPS and sales revenue. And so, again, it didn't do bad necessarily. It actually had good results. All right, guys. So again, you can see Disney all the way back up to almost 94 bucks. We got about 7 minutes before the actual AMC earnings call starts. All right, guys. So again, look at Disney pop back up. Maybe I could have sat on this a little bit more here. We'll take another 10 shares off. Just kind of ride the big pop back up quickly here and take the rest off. We're still holding about 20 shares left. We'll continue to hold this. And again, this is a strategy that's just been really, really powerful. Again, we got 7 minutes here, 7 minutes, but man, look at Disney bounce back here. So we'll take that. Again, another dip buy after an overreaction in the stock price for Disney. I mean, I don't know if Disney is considered an overreaction. It missed pretty heavily here. But with that said, it's Disney. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Silent. AMC Southern News. Yeah, a lot of people, are talking about it. And it's kind of true where AMC doesn't react well to positive earnings. Yeah, I mean, big overreaction. Again, we did take some more profit at the top. We're still holding a piece of this here. We made a little bit short term on Disney. And again, we'll continue to hold it here. The actual earnings call for Disney starts in about 6 minutes. All right, so AMC did pop back up. It's at 535s right now, 535s. Disney CEO says the company still expects Disney Plus to achieve profitability in fiscal 24 and for losses to begin to shrink in quarter one of 23. Again, we're kind of getting ready. We're sitting in the hold room for the AMC earnings call. Starts in 5 minutes. Yeah, are you buying AMC, guys? Let me know. Looking at our poll here today, guys. Looking at our poll, we got about 1,400 votes. Let's see what the actual results were. 65% are bullish, 35% are bearish. Yeah. I'm holding AMC around 14s, but it's house money at this point. Yeah. I mean, again, it depends on what you're, if it depends on how much you believe in it. If you believe in it, it could move up long term. And I think it's pretty objectively cheap. I think what you have to look at AMC for, and again, I might be wildly wrong. It might just continue crashing. No idea what AMC is going to do, of course. No idea. Not an investment professional, not liable if you lose. I might be wildly wrong about anything I say and have no idea what I'm talking about. I mean, as you guys saw me, I read Q2 results, okay? But with all that said and out the way, I think when you consider the size of AMC's following, which is massive, it's got a huge following. I think when you look at it at 530s, it's objectively cheap. I think when you consider all the big movies that are coming out in the next couple months, the Pandora movie, Avatar, Wakanda Forever, those are pretty big movies. Those are some of the most successful. Their initial movies were some of the most successful in history, and so with that, it's logical to assume that might cause some bullish strength, you know what I mean, and AMC. But we'll see what happens. Again, we got 3 minutes before the actual earnings call comes out, a little bit less than that. Starting to pop back up a little bit to where we're at 540s right now for AMC 540s. So starting to rebound a little bit. Again, Disney's right up there. We're in Disney small. We'll see if it holds up there, though. Again, my plan is to ride this back up. We've already taken profit in Disney some. We'll see how long we hold it. Again, the earnings call starts in about a minute and a half. Before that starts, guys, remember, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, check out Top Step. Top Step is a funded account program for futures. They give you a demo. If you can hit the target on their demo while following their rules and conditions, they fund you between 50 up to 150,000 in buying power with a 90% split, regulated by the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. And there's no PDT in futures. If you look at the E-mini, for instance, here, it does the same thing as the S&P 500, same exact price action, no PDT restrictions. And so it's one of the ways you can day trade all these big economic releases here. And if you want to get your foot in the door without risking a ton, try out Top Step. They are a sponsor of my video. Great way to help support the channel. It's about checking out Top Step. And again, I'll post this link right here if you're interested in checking it out. Great way to help support your boy here in this channel. And really good way to get around the PDT. But yeah, so S&P 500 sitting there. We got the SPY moving here. Earnings call starts in about 40 seconds. I'm going to mute the music. Y'all can hear the music right now, though. Let's get a sound check before this starts. Sound check. Y'all can hear the music right now, correct? Disney CEO says advertiser interest has been strong. Sound check. You should be able to hear the music. Here, actually, I'm going to switch my headphones out, actually. All right, guys, earnings call is about to start right now. I'm going to switch the headphones out so they don't die in the earnings call for you guys. All right, the earnings call is about to start. I'm going to turn the music off. And we're sitting there patiently waiting here. We're going to mute the music here for a second so we can make sure the earnings call starts. We can start it as soon as it goes live. Still hasn't started yet. Still waiting here. All right, guys, we're still waiting. They haven't started the call yet. Patiently waiting. They have the worst hold music in the world. It's kind of jazzy. I don't mind it, I guess. Disney CEO says company was responsible for 40% of sports hours watched amongst 18 to 49 year age groups. They said advertiser interest has been strong in new ad supported Disney Plus tier. And they said that they're seeing robust demand for domestic parks over holidays. All right, here we go. I think it's starting right now.
Greetings and thank you for standing by.
Can you
Welcome
hear?
to the AMC Entertainment third quarter 2022 earnings conference call.
Can you hear? Let me know.
During the presentation, all participants will be in a listen-only mode, and afterwards we'll conduct a question-and-answer session. At that time, if you have a question, please press the 1 followed by the 4 on your telephone. If at any time during the conference you need to reach an operator, please press star 0. Today's call is being recorded Tuesday, November 8th, 2022. And now I'd like to turn the conference over to John Merriweather. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Scott. Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to welcome everyone to AMC's third quarter 2022 earnings webcast. With me this afternoon is Adam Aron, our Chairman and CEO, and Sean Goodman, our Chief Financial Officer. So before I turn the call and the webcast over to Adam, let me remind everyone that some of the comments made by management during this webcast may contain forward-looking statements that are based on management's current expectations. Numerous risks, uncertainties, and other factors may cause actual results to differ materially from those that might be expressed today. Many of these risks and uncertainties are discussed in our most recent public filings, including our most recently filed 10-K and 10-Q. Several of the factors that will determine the company's future results are beyond the ability of the company to control or predict. In light of the uncertainties inherent in any forward-looking statements, listeners are cautioned to not place undue reliance on these statements. The company undertakes no obligation to revise or update any forward-looking statements, whether as a result of new information or future events. On this webcast, we may reference non-GAAP financial measures such as adjusted EBITDA, constant currency, operating cash burn, among others. For a full reconciliation of our non-GAAP measures to GAAP results, please see our earnings release posted in the investor relations section of our website earlier today. After our prepared remarks, there will be a question and answer session. This afternoon's webcast is being recorded and a replay will be available in the investor relations section of our website at amctheaters.com later today. With that, I'll turn the call over to Adam.
Thank you, John. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. Even with the third quarter financially being flattish, we join you on this call today brimming with confidence that the recovery of AMC Entertainment is well underway. AMC welcomed more than 53 million guests to our theaters around the world in Q3 of 2022, a 33% increase compared to the third quarter of 2021. On our last quarterly webcast, we were encouraged that the July industry-wide domestic box office was down only 12% from the pre-pandemic July of 2019, but we also did predict quite correctly that there would be a dearth of big movie titles being released in August and September of this year. Even so, we also were ebullient about the movies coming out in the fourth quarter of 2022 and in calendar year 2023, and that is precisely our view again today. Despite a lackluster August and September, we're seeing that the industry-wide box office is already on a rebound, both domestically and globally, clawing and climbing its way back. In looking at the fourth quarter of 2022, it's worth noting that Warner Brothers' Black Adam, released in mid-October, had the highest domestic box office opening weekend gross of all time for any movie featuring Dwayne Johnson as a leading man. I also can confirm today that our advanced bookings at AMC and Odeon for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever are frothy and robust. We are about as certain as we can be that the so-called Black Panther 2 will be one of the biggest movies of the year, and that its ticket sales might even cause it to rise as high as the second biggest movie of 2022, behind only Top Gun: Maverick. And of course, Q4 will continue with Disney's Strange World, with James Cameron's Avatar: The Way of Water, and with Damien Chazelle's Babylon. Anchored by a strengthening fourth quarter of 2022, let's get a better sense of this recovery by briefly going back to the beginning. Recall that when the pandemic hit the scene in early 2020, the industry-wide domestic box office which is the basic measurement of the size of our industry, fell by more than 4/5 for the full year of 2020, leading to the lowest box office grosses since 1981. But in comparing to 2020, the domestic box office more than doubled in 2021. Our expectation for the full year of 2022, when this year is all over, is that the domestic box office will have dramatically risen and increased yet again by not quite, but almost by 75%. And while no one's crystal ball is perfect this far in advance, based on our analysis of the movie titles currently expected to be released in 2023, we think that next year's box office should grow yet again by between 15 and 25%, and possibly by even more. Our confidence in looking ahead stems not only from a growing industry-wide box office, but also because of the demonstrated agility of the AMC board and management team to skillfully navigate our way through crisis. Since the beginning of the pandemic, we have taken bold and decisive steps to ensure a recovery for AMC Entertainment by taking action after action after action to enhance our marketing appeal and our operating profitability, while at the same time brilliantly raising capital. Over the last 2.5 years, AMC took in some $2.2 billion of new equity proceeds and another $2.6 billion of debt financings. In addition, we were able to amicably negotiate almost $1.5 billion of further benefit from asset sales, government support, and concessions from both our lenders and our theater landlords. Accordingly, at the end of the third quarter, AMC had just under $900 million of liquidity. Having ample liquidity is a bedrock of strength. We will use ours both to continue to grow, but also to continue to delever. Our smart financing activities include the recently announced refinancing just a few weeks ago of our $400 million Odeon term loan in Europe, taking the debt paid off to $144 million so far this year in total. And there is also the introduction of our preferred equity units, or APEs, in August. In launching them, we said that the creation of APEs was nothing less than an all-defining moment in AMC's future, as it gave us a new currency to help AMC to grow, to delever, and to raise capital. We also said at the time to those who feared mindless dilution that we would treat our new APE preferred stock, that we would treat it as precious, and we will continue to do so. So far, we have raised only $37 million of equity proceeds from the sale of APEs into the market. We have indeed been careful. As to APEs specifically, each AMC preferred equity unit was designed to have essentially similar economic and voting rights as an AMC common share. But markets are markets. They act on their own accord, and they are out of our direct day-to-day control. Even so, we continue to be convinced that over time, the availability of APEs will serve their purpose for AMC Entertainment well, to help AMC to grow, to delever, and to raise capital. Taken together, all of the actions that we've taken have allowed AMC Entertainment to successfully navigate our way through the impact of the COVID pandemic. And by contrast, we did so while several of our competitors, both big and small, were forced into bankruptcy protection or some other form of reorganization or liquidation. In 2021 and 2022, We wisely pruned our circuit by adding theaters where it made sense to do so, and by aggressively shedding about 7% of our theaters. Indeed, AMC and Odeon permanently closed old or tired buildings with marginal or negative profitability that had reached the end of their productive life cycles. At the same time, though, we also have been able to grow our network by profitably adding attractive theaters, either built from scratch in appealing locations or those picked up from our competitors who may have stumbled. I should point out that with $900 million of quarter-ending liquidity, our eyes are keenly open to new such opportunity as it may arise, tempered only by my previous comment that preserving ample liquidity and delevering are also high priorities for us. We also have a number of bold ideas about how we can broaden our business, which I will talk about specifically later on this call. So that's where we are 2.5 years into our COVID-19 journey. We're not out of the woods yet. While the box office is unmistakably on the rise, it's still falling short of pre-pandemic levels. Adding to all that, inflation is rampant and interest rates are marching upwards. In summary, though, as I said at the beginning of this webcast, we are brimming with confidence. We know what we're doing, and we will manage AMC with all of our skill and determination as we strive to rise to the challenge. With that, I'm going to pass the call to Sean Goodman, our CFO. After that, I'll come back to talk about some key developments and answer your questions.
Thank you, Adam, and thank you to everyone for joining us this afternoon. While the third quarter started off strong, August and September were, as we expected, relatively quiet. Nonetheless, the quarter still saw revenue growth of 27%, and that number is 32% in constant currency when compared to the third quarter of 2021. Comparing Q3 2022 to the prior year's third quarter, the growth in revenue was offset by box office concentration with a resulting increase in film exhibition costs, a reduction in government assistance, and inflationary cost pressures. The result for the quarter was a small consolidated adjusted EBITDA loss of $12.9 million compared to a $5.3 million loss a year ago. Note that our domestic adjusted EBITDA in Q3 of $1.2 million was an improvement of $31.3 million compared to the prior year, while the international business, which enjoyed meaningful government assistance in 2021, experienced an adjusted EBITDA loss of $14.1 million compared to adjusted EBITDA of $24.7 million a year ago. Now let's just step back and look at our recovery over the last 9 months. Year-to-date, consolidated adjusted EBITDA is a positive $32 million compared to an adjusted EBITDA loss of $450 million for the same period a year ago. That's approaching $500 million of adjusted EBITDA improvement so far this year. As has consistently been the case in this recovery period, our per-guest performance metrics remain markedly better than pre-pandemic 2019. For Q3 2022, on a consolidated basis, total revenue per patron was $18.21, approximately 21% higher than Q3 of 2019. This was driven by admissions revenue per patron growth of 12%, food and beverage revenue per patron growth of 30%, and other revenue growth per patron of 48%, all compared to the third quarter of 2019. Taking a closer look in the domestic business, admissions revenue per patron increased by 15% compared to Q3 2019 to $10.90, and our international business achieved a 2% increase to $8.60. Normalizing for the strength of the US dollar compared to 2019, international admissions revenue per patron increased by 10% in constant currency. From a food and beverage perspective, we continue to enjoy exceptionally strong food and beverage revenue per patron. In our domestic markets, food and beverage spend per patron in the third quarter was $7.11, That's 33% higher than average spend in pre-pandemic Q3 2019. And in the international business, food and beverage spend per patron was $4.10. That's nearly 15% higher than Q3 of 2019 and nearly 24% higher on a constant currency basis. Finally, domestic other revenue per patron increased by 54%, and international other revenue per patron increased by 37% and 48% in constant currency. Going forward, we are focused on continuing to drive strength in these key performance metrics through one, ongoing development of our industry-leading AMC app, website, and loyalty programs. Two, enhancing the guest experience, including our innovative food and beverage offerings. Three, providing the very best possible sight and sound experiences through premium offerings such as IMAX, Dolby Cinema, and AMC Prime. And four, growing revenue through diversification initiatives, such as renting out our theaters during off-peak times, marketing and promotion initiatives. All of the above to be achieved while paying very close attention to our operating efficiency. Note that premium format attendance represented 14.9% of domestic attendance in Q3 2022, compared to 12.6% in the third quarter of 2019. And in our international markets, premium format attendance represented 9% compared to 8.4% in the third quarter of 2019. Let's talk about the balance sheet now. We ended the quarter with liquidity of $896 million. This is comprised of $685 million of cash and cash equivalents and $211 million of undrawn credit facilities. As anticipated and discussed during last quarter's earnings webcast, cash burn this quarter was adversely impacted by the relatively quiet box office in August and September, together with seasonal working capital requirements. Our working capital will naturally come under pressure when a relatively strong quarter is followed by a weaker quarter, and Q3 was no exception. Operating cash burn for the quarter, representing cash burn before debt servicing costs and before deferred rent payback, was approximately $179.2 million. Looking ahead, we expect our cash burn to improve in Q4 with a return to positive operating cash generation. Regarding capital allocation, our priorities remain unchanged. One, maintaining sufficient liquidity to manage through the recovery phase of our business. Two, strengthening our balance sheet by extending maturities, reducing debt, and reducing associated interest costs. Three, investing in our business to enhance the guest experience. And four, opportunistically pursuing value-enhancing initiatives, including those that lead to diversification of our business. During the third quarter of 2022, we strengthened our balance sheet by repaying approximately $23 million of deferred rent, reducing our deferred rent balance to approximately $196 million. Recall that back in March 2021, this balance was more than $470 million. And over the last 18 months, we've lowered our deferred rent liability by nearly $275 million. In 2022 alone, deferred rent has been reduced by approximately $119 million. We expect to further reduce this deferred rent balance during Q4 by another approximately $50 million. In addition to the reduction in deferred rent, as Adam noted, we have taken further actions during the year to extend debt maturities and reduce our debt balance. The net result is an approximately $144 million reduction in the principal amount of interest-bearing debt outstanding and an extension of debt maturities through to 2026. All told, if we include the decrease in deferred rent, we've actually reduced our debt liabilities by a total of approximately $263 million so far this year. CapEx, net of landlord contributions, was $44 million in the quarter. And for 2022, we continue to expect CapEx to be in the range of $150 to $200 million. Actively managing our theater portfolio continues to be a priority. During the third quarter, we added 4 new theaters and closed 8. This brings the total number of locations closed since the pandemic began to 106, and the total new locations open to 49, for a net reduction of 57 locations. The combined 49 new locations continue to substantially outperform 106 closed locations and also outperform our underwriting expectations. We continuously seek opportunities to strengthen the balance sheet while simultaneously weighing the liquidity needs of our ongoing recovery. And as the steps that we have taken to date show, we are ready to take action as attractive opportunities arise. And with that, I'll hand the call back over to Adam to review some exciting recent announcements and provide an update on our strategic initiatives.
Thank you, Sean. Before we head to your questions, I'd like to debunk a few myths, but also to address what I think is the single most important topic facing the movie theater industry of today, as well as several operational, environmental, and business development concepts directly on the horizon as we continue to innovate at AMC. Since the pandemic first arrived, the press has been filled with three concerns that conventional wisdom has repeatedly insisted would be existential threats to moviegoing in theaters: fear of infection of the coronavirus disease, the rise of streaming services, and the collapsing of exclusive theatrical windows. On the disease risk, thanks to vaccines, medicines to deal with COVID like Paxlovid, and the fact that so many people have antibody protection because they already experienced a COVID infection, dealing with COVID now has transitioned from pandemic to endemic. It's now more like the seasonal flu, which has been with us for more than a century since it was a killer pandemic in the early 1900s. People will still come down with COVID-19, but it's no longer the commerce-destroying thing that it was back in 2020 and 2021. Life is returning to normal. Risk one, dealt with. On the streaming services risk, we have long said that the consumer's voracious appetite for content is big enough for movie theaters and streaming services to coexist harmoniously together. The results from Spider-Man: No Way Home last winter, from Top Gun: Maverick this past summer, and from the expected big grosses this weekend from Black Panther: Wakanda Forever will again remind us all that movie theaters can thrive even with the consumer having a multitude of streaming services that are choices as well. As opposed to streaming services being a threat, we think they're a potential ally for AMC Entertainment. This month, for example, we're showing our first ever Netflix movie at AMC, the sequel to Knives Out. We recently announced that we will be showing Paramount Plus's smash hit Yellowstone in our theaters. Last December, we played Amazon's Being the Ricardos, which starred our very own heroine, Nicole Kidman. And of course, Amazon also now owns MGM, whose movies appear prominently on our AMC big screens. Theaters and streamers can thrive simultaneously and can thrive together. Risk two, dealt with. And as for the risk of collapsing windows, during the height of the pandemic, several studios experimented with going to simultaneous home and theatrical release, or found themselves forced to sell off movie titles that originally were bound for theaters, but which went elsewhere instead. Fortunately for us, studios appear to realize how much bandwidth money they can make by taking their films to movie theaters first. While there may be an occasional exception here or there, our industry has coalesced around an exclusive 45-day window for theatrical release. Hopefully, that will turn out to be acceptable for studios and acceptable for theaters to both do well. Risk three, dealt with. At this point, there is only one topic that should be on the top of all minds and the tip of all tongues. It's not the coronavirus, it's not streaming, it's not Windows. It is this. Movie theater operators need more movies. Because of pandemic-induced production delays, the number of big movie titles being released by the major studios is still down considerably, down 20 to 30% versus pre-pandemic norms. We eagerly await more film product to show, but I also can report to you today that we are seeing considerable progress on this front. Every few months, I have the opportunity to meet in person with the leaders of all the major studios in Hollywood. Over and over again, I am hearing from them that they are doing all in their power to pick up the pace of the number of movies that they will be releasing theatrically going forward. That's the major challenge facing the movie industry right now, above all else. And there can be optimism that more movie titles, rather than fewer movie titles, are in our future. Let's turn back to AMC initiatives. There are 7 that I'd like to address directly and update you on. 1, given the financial struggles of many other companies within our industry, our eyes are wide open to opportunity that may arise for AMC. There is nothing further to report to you today on this subject, but know for sure that we are paying close attention. 2, at our existing theaters, we're doing an enormous amount of business on our premium large format screens. So we're doing all that we can to renovate existing screens and increase the number of IMAX, Dolby Cinema, Prime, and iSense screens at our AMC and Odeon theaters. 3, we have started the multi-year installation of laser projectors broadly across thousands of auditoriums in the AMC system. They dramatically brighten and sharpen the images on our screens, thereby greatly improving the movie-going experience for our guests. Laser projection is also the biggest single green initiative that AMC has ever launched, as they decrease energy consumption and they eliminate the need to dispose of depleted halogen bulbs in landfills. 4, just yesterday, we announced a truly exciting partnership with Zoom, in our view, the world's leading video communications platform, to enter into the multi-billion-dollar meetings market for corporate and other meetings. With this new partnership, we are able to offer meeting organizers the best of both worlds, the spectacular communications technology of Zoom, combined with the comfort, size, scale, and state-of-the-art sight and sound capabilities of AMC's centrally located theaters. These new Zoom rooms at AMC are an all-new product that will be available in as many as 17 major cities across the United States starting sometime in 2023. Using a Zoom room at AMC, meeting and event organizers will be able to bring together decentralized workforces or customer bases in significant numbers of people from different markets, but together at the same time for a cohesive, both virtual and in-person meeting experience. It is not a well-known fact, but already, right now, AMC does about $20 million a year of meetings business, and that's limited to one movie theater at a time without the cross opportunity to link up through Zoom technology theaters in multiple markets simultaneously. We're optimistic about the growth in revenues that we can generate from the very substantial meetings market. Additionally, we're in the final throes of development of an AMC branded credit card. So item 5 on my list of 7, I am pleased to tell you today that we firmly expect that our new AMC branded credit card will be launched in the first quarter of 2023, if not sooner. We could not be more excited about the progress we've made in getting to this point. Full details to come when we launch. 6, much also has been written about AMC's coming entry into the multi-billion-dollar popcorn market. Our food and beverage and marketing teams have made great strides in product development, in packaging, and in our distribution plans. I fully expect that in partnership with a major national retailer, AMC Perfectly Popcorn will be on the shelves at grocery stores around the United States in the first half of 2023. Our AMC brand has credible resonance amongst consumers of popcorn, and we can't wait to see the smiles on your faces as you get to see AMC Popcorn in a store near you. And lastly, update number 7. Let's briefly tell you about developments recently at Hycroft Mining. Just last week, Hycroft reported the second round of results from its drilling exploration program, the biggest such exploration program on the Hycroft mining site in northern Nevada in nearly a decade. As was the case when the first round of exploration results were announced, Hycroft uncovered more gold and more silver in them thar hills. And of vital importance, Hycroft has been finding ore deposits that are of significantly higher grade. We made the Hycroft investment recognizing the vast potential of the Hycroft asset if the company were appropriately capitalized. The results to date are extremely encouraging. I have to admit to being amused how receptive our shareholders were to our investment in Hycroft, and by contrast, how astounded Wall Street professionals were to that same announcement. Accordingly, while there's no certainty in life, nothing would give me more pleasure someday well down the road than to report to you the degree to which we can monetize our Hycroft investment, hopefully in eye-popping numbers. In closing, we at AMC very much appreciate the support that we continue to get from our passionate shareholder base. And let me say personally that it's been a particular honor for me to meet with many of our shareholders one-on-one at the movie screenings I've personally been hosting around the country, and as of next week across the globe, as my 11th such screening will be for the movie of the hour, the much anticipated Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, at the Odeon Lux Holloway Cinema in London this coming Monday night, November 14. Sean, let's now move to questions both from our shareholders and from industry analysts.
Let's start with questions from our shareholders. Thank you to them for submitting their questions. I've grouped the questions into 3 categories. So the first category, Adam, is innovations. And the first question there is, where do you see AMC expanding in the future? And what categories of innovations are in the pipeline to enhance the business?
So these items were sort of addressed in my earlier prepared remarks. Number one, within our existing theaters, the amount of business that we do in our premium large format screens is significant. Sometimes on our opening weekends, even though our premium format screens represent only 10% of our auditoriums, sometimes they're producing as much as 50% of the gross of our films across the network. So it makes sense for us to increase the number of premium format, large format screens in our system. And that we're doing. We're going to introduce more IMAX screens, more Dolby Cinema screens, more iSense screens, and more Prime screens. So that's happening. Second, in terms of innovation, again, I mentioned it in my prepared remarks, but I can't say enough how big it is that we're deploying about $250 million of resource to introduce laser projection in about half of our auditoriums. This is a technical term, but the so-called light levels inside a movie theater with laser projection as contrasted with a halogen bulb, it goes up by between 50 and 100%. It means the pictures on the screen are sharper, they're brighter, and therefore the movie watching experience is that much better. We're always going to want to create an environment in our theaters that makes a consumer want to get off their couch at home and come out to a theater. And brighter, sharper pictures, especially doing so in an environmentally friendly way, is a good way to do that. And then the third major item of innovation for AMC is what we've been doing away from our theaters. Things like the branded credit card, things like Perfectly Popcorn, things like Zoom rooms, which is in our theaters but away from movie watching per se. These are all areas where we think AMC will shine going forward. And it's not exactly innovation, but you talked in your remarks about how we closed 100 plus marginal theaters and opened 50 new ones, and the 50 new ones make a lot more money than the 100 that we closed. I do continue to think that as the rest of the industry stumbles financially, we're going to see increased opportunity to grow our network and take advantage of our various strengths.
Next question here, Adam, is a request for an update on AMC On Demand.
AMC On Demand, which we introduced several years ago before the pandemic, has always had kind of low usage. And candidly, while it's a good little product, I think our money is better directed elsewhere. And so the money that we have been investing to grow AMC Theaters On Demand is money I think that instead we ought to be putting in placing a significant number of branded credit cards or taking popcorn to the home popcorn market. So I think that as we look to 2023, we're going to look to either phase out AMC Theaters On Demand or alternatively joint venture with another party to offer that same capability to our guests, but not necessarily to investment spend to build it up ourselves. So I mean, it takes me to the point that at a time when dollars are precious, because the recovery of the movie industry has taken a considerable time. You and I agree, Sean, that we need to be laser focused on making sure that every dollar counts. Cut every dollar of expenditure, increase every possible dollar of revenue, back to best ideas, walk away from the ideas that may be intriguing, but maybe of lower grade priority.
Two questions here. Thanks, Adam. Two questions here that you did mention in your prepared remarks, but people are asking, when can they expect to see AMC branded popcorn on the shelves? And what is the long-term potential of the partnership with Zoom? So maybe you want to add a little bit more color.
Sure. Sean and I have been at many a taste testing of one recipe after another for our ready-to-eat popcorn and our microwavable popcorn that's going to hit shelves in the first half of 2023. We've seen the packaging, which I think is beautiful. We've had numerous conversations with major national retailers and are getting really favorable response. People want to carry this product on their shelves. You're going to see it in the first half of 2023. I was supposed to caveat everything because you never know what can go wrong, but my firm expectations is on the shelves first half of the year. As for Zoom, I was in the hotel industry for a good chunk of my career. The meetings market is a multi-billion-dollar market. And for any of you who've gone to a hotel for a meeting and sat in their ballrooms or in their breakout rooms, their chairs are not comfortable. When you compare the comfort of an AMC signature recliner seat to what you might get at a hotel, we beat them. Traditionally, we've only been offered to offer meetings at a theater as a standalone entity. Now, thanks to our partnership with Zoom, we're going to be able to link up theaters in city after city so that people who want to have a nationwide meeting, instead of having to get everyone to fly on a plane and go to a convention city, can do so simultaneously at our theaters. And I saw some reaction to the press announcement yesterday at Zoom. Why would people go to a theater? Why don't they just sign in on Zoom? Because like Zoom's an amazing thing. As you know, we run our whole company on Zoom for like 2.5 years now. But the answer is, when you've got 50 or 100 people in a city, and you've got those 50 or 100 people in a dozen different cities, it's not the same thing to have 500 or 1,000 little mini pictures on a Zoom screen where everybody is alone, either at their desks in the office or maybe at home or somewhere else, signing into Zoom one by one by one by one. This gives us the best of both worlds because people can still gather in a medium-sized group in a city and be hooked up through really sophisticated Zoom technology in another city, or in another city, in another city, in another city, because we could hook up multiple cities with no problem. And I got to tell you, this idea was the idea of the CEO of Zoom, who literally called us up and wanted to share with us his idea how Zoom could make AMC theaters a compelling entry into the meetings market. And the second we heard the idea, we were all for it, and we think the financial opportunity is big. Remember, we already do $20 million a year of meetings business, and that's without the ability to link city after city at the same time. So don't want to give a specific goal, but hopefully the revenue opportunity is large.
Thanks, Adam. So a question about our operations, especially looking into 2023 in the current environment. The question is, we're all seeing the impact of inflation on our daily lives. How's this impacting AMC?
So for those of you who are under the age of 35 on this call, you probably don't even remember what inflation is. But for those of us who are old enough to remember Jimmy Carter when he was president of the United States, we lived through inflationary periods, and they stress the system because costs rise. And if you want to know how much they raise costs, just look at what the national inflation rate is. That tends to be the cost that everything goes up in the country. What's particular, so in terms of a starting point, when you hear inflation statistics being reported nationally, you should assume that AMC's costs are going to go up by a similar amount. Having said that, what is very unusual in AMC's case is that because the box office is on a path of recovery, the volumes that we're seeing in our theaters, the volumes of customers that we're serving, is rising dramatically. And as a result, we pick up operating efficiencies and increased operating productivity because the number of guests coming into our theaters is coming down, essentially because we're spreading our fixed costs over more people. So we're in the enviable circumstance that we've got a mitigating offset to inflation. The increasing productivity that comes from being able to spread our fixed costs over a larger customer base is offsetting a big chunk of the inflationary costs that would otherwise not be mitigated without this increasing volume of customers for productivity gains.
Adam, the next section here is a couple of questions about the stock. And the first one here is, please explain why you believe the stock has gone down and why management has been generally silent on this matter.
So this is the biggest question of the day, isn't it? Let me start by saying I am a major AMC shareholder. It is an enormous part of my net worth, and I venture to guess that I personally own more shares than anyone listening on this call today. So I assure you that just as you watch the share price, I watch the share price. Having said that, in terms of decline, there are a lot of factors. These aren't the only reasons why the share price has fallen. But look around at what's happened in the United States, and for that matter, the planet, over the past several months. There's a war going on in Ukraine, which is not good for global stability. It's caused a surge in energy prices. It's caused dramatic inflation, which in turn has caused the Fed to commit to raising interest rates. These are all factors that have affected the market overall. In the case of the movie theater industry, in early September, Cineworld also declared for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection, which also created a certain amount of agita around the movie theater industry and our share price. It also does depend on what your time frame is, of course, because while the share price is lower than it was in, let's say, June of 2021, it's still a lot more than it was in January of 2021. But what I just said is about all you'll ever hear me say about our share price. Because you asked, so like, why is management silent on this subject? There are things called securities laws in the United States. And if you're the CEO of a public company, it is much better for you to be talking about the state of the business than the state of the share price. And I know this is frustrating to some of you who would like me to comment all the time, but prudence says that our focus and our public focus should be what we're doing to bring back the health of the business over the short, medium, and long term. And that's what we should be talking about. And so that, in fact, is what we have been talking about. We said earlier in the year that you should never interpret silence as inaction or indifference. We are aware this subject is very important to you and to all of us as significant shareholders of the company. Having said that, our focus and our public commentary is usually constrained to what's in the best interest of the business, what's the future of the business, what are the risks inherent in the business, and that's what drives our public commentary.
Thanks, Adam. And there's a follow-up here, which is asking, can we reverse split the APE shares?
It's something that's legal to do, but interestingly, an action like that would require a shareholder vote, which should remind us all, since there are many shareholders on this call, this is your company. Day to day, we run it. We do our best on your behalf, but on major topics of governance, shareholder vote is required. And that would be one, for example, that we would have to take out to the shareholders for their opinion and their consideration, and ultimately their decision.
Great. And then a question on disclosure here. Someone is asking, will you provide information on the number of shareholders and the number of shares that have been directly registered with the transfer agent, Computershare?
So for those of you who don't know what direct registration of shares is, our transfer agent is Computershare, and most of you hold stock through brokerages. Some of you own stock that's directly registered with the company through our transfer agent. A primary benefit, I suppose, for you when you register your shares directly with the transfer agent is that transfer agents do not allow for shorting of shares, whereas most brokerage firms do. And so what we've heard from some of you is that to make sure that your shares cannot be shorted, you want to register them directly with the company and a transfer agent, which is your right as a owner of a public security. We haven't given any guidance to any of you to do that or not do that. It's entirely your call. I should point out, it's a small number of people who have done it. As best I can tell, it's around 15,000 or so of our millions of shareholders who've decided to directly register shares. And I think they've registered in the neighborhood of 10 million shares or apes with our registrar. And we've decided that this is a number that is one of these numbers that we should publicly release. So when we file our 10Q for the third quarter, we're going to announce in the Q what the number of directly registered shares is.
Excellent. And then the last question that I have here, and then we can go on to questions from panelists, is do you have any comments regarding the acquisition of Twitter by Elon Musk?
That's quite a question. The funniest comment that I heard on Twitter in the past 2 years was, the two great meme stocks are AMC and GameStop. And then there's Musk, and the guy who runs AMC is Adam Aron, that begins with an A, and Ryan Cohen, that begins with a C, runs GameStop, and of course there's Elon Musk. And somebody strung together that AMC was Aaron, Musk, and Cohen. Quite something to behold. But Mr. Musk is just taking control of Twitter. And I have no comment, really, one way or another, whether he will do a fabulous job owning and running Twitter or not. But what I can tell you is that the asset that he bought, meaning Twitter, this is the most incredible communications tool that I've ever seen. And if you just look back over the last, what is it now, a year and a half, that I've actively been tweeting with our shareholder base, we've been able to convey hundreds and hundreds of important messages to you all about what's going on in our company. And I've been able to read literally hundreds of thousands of inbound comments back to us. I spend about an hour a day on Twitter, mostly reading what you have to say. And I learn so much about what's on your mind. And of course, Twitter also gives us the opportunity not only to learn by listening from you, but also to share information with you and share news with you. And so I continue to be astounded by how impactful and powerful Twitter is as a communications vehicle. And I hope that Elon Musk does good things with Twitter, because it's a very valuable national asset if it's run well. With that, I guess, Scott, the operator, can you see if there are any questions from our industry analysts who are on the call?
Absolutely. Thank you. If you'd like to register a question, please press the 1 followed by the 4 on your telephone. You will hear a 3-tone prompt to acknowledge your request. If your question has been answered and you would like to withdraw your registration, please press the 1 followed by the 3. If you are using a speakerphone, please lift your handset before entering your request. Once again, that's 1-4 to register for a question. One brief moment for the first question. And we have a question from the line of Jim Goss with Barrington Research. Please go ahead. Your line's open.
Good afternoon, Adam.
Hello, Jim.
How are you doing?
We're all good
So
today.
I thought
How are you doing?
good. I thought I'd ask you about the Stubbs A-list. It's been sort of not relevant for the past couple of years as the content and everything has been under pressure. But I wonder if you might talk about whether you have a plan to revive it, make it more relevant as the amount and mix of content improves, and where it might stand right now. What is your starting point?
Sure. The A-List was, for those of you who aren't totally familiar, A-List is our subscription program, up to 3 movies a week for a fixed price of between $20 and $25 a month, basically. When we launched the program in June of 18, it instantly took off. And it popped up to as much as 15% of our total moviegoing in the United States. And we have a similar program, by the way, in London called Limitless and in Germany at our Odeon theaters in the UK and our UCI theaters in Germany. In Europe, the Limitless program has grown considerably. And back in the height of the pandemic, when our theaters were all closed, obviously there was nobody paying us $25 a month to go see 3 movies a week because all our theaters were shut. So we put AMC A-List on pause in the United States and cranked it up last year. The good news is we're already back to between 600,000 and 700,000 A-listers, up from 0 during the pause. And again, we're seeing, depending on the title, 10 to 15% of our total moviegoing is coming from A-list members. So the A-list numbers have continued to rise from the second that we unpaused the program. If you look at A-listers as a percentage of our total moviegoers, it's kind of on par with where it was prior to the shutdown. And we intend to be very aggressive going forward to continue to attract people to the program.
Okay, the one other thing I might ask.
Yeah, sure, go ahead, Jim.
Okay. Now, I was thinking with alternative content, you've had an opportunity to try a number of things for the same reason the theaters have been under pressure. I'm wondering if there are any things you've shown on your screens that you think have some promise to be more than just better than nothing else.
Yes, is the answer to your question. So we had good success with the concerts that we showed, whether they were live or taped. We had good success with WWE and UFC events. and we've experimented with some professional sporting events. For all those things, concerts, the various sporting events, we need to secure what are called rights, broadcast rights from the leagues or the owner of the IP. And in all cases, we were encouraged by the results. And so we will be on a path to try to negotiate rights with the various IP holders so that we can grow our alternative content going forward.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Jim. Operator, am I correct, Scott, that we're done with questions for the day?
Correct. There are no further questions at this time.
Great. So to all of you who joined us today, thank you. I think I'd like to close the call with two thoughts. I said in my opening remarks that we're brimming with confidence as we look at the recovery path that AMC is on. That's the first comment. The second comment is to keep us continuing to be encouraged and brimming with confidence. Black Panther, Wakanda forever. Black Panther, Wakanda forever. Black Panther, Wakanda forever. It's going to be a big weekend in the movie theater business. And we're excited to be talking to you today, just ahead of this new, very big movie being released theatrically. Thank you for joining us. We'll look forward to talking to you again next quarter.
All right, guys. So that is the earnings call for AMC. Let me know what you guys thought in chat. Dude, my guy was over there eating popcorn during the actual earnings call. I don't know if he could. It was very obvious he was eating popcorn. I mean, listen, I'm not knocking him for it, but like, I mean, honestly, we're doing okay. Again, I do believe that AMC has some pretty good movies coming out pretty soon, so I think that's an optimistic sign. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm still holding my AMC. Let me know what you guys think. Also, guys, subscribe. Listen, we need 25 subscribers left to break 91,000. We need just 25. So if you haven't already, subscribe. Do it now. We certainly appreciate it. Also, y'all check out our sponsor, man. One of our sponsors is TradingView premium indicator service called Chart Prime. Really, really useful. If I pull up, like, for instance, let me find it. Hold on one second. If I pull up, for instance, where'd it go? If I pull up Apple right here, it's an indicator service called Chart Prime. If I put up Apple, it kind of documents support and resistance for you. It shows you possible reversals up, possible reversals down. It automatically documents candlestick patterns like bearish engulfing, bearish handle, bearish hammer, bullish engulfing, all the soldier candles, all that good stuff. And you can see how accurate it is just if you look at it here. Again, possible reversal down, big drop, possible reversal up, big bounce, possible reversal up, small bounce, possible reversal down, drop, bearish engulfing, we get drops, possible reversal down, and bearish engulfing drops, possible reversal up. We get a nice little bounce. I look like John Madden over here. And so if you want to check out Chart Prime, great way to help support the channel. You can use it in stocks, crypto, futures, all that good stuff. If you haven't checked it out, here is the link for that. And yeah, guys, we'll see what we get. Again, those movies coming out should be pretty big. Hopefully, we get some good stuff dropping soon. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. We are going to be doing a crypto show talking about everything with the Sam Bankman-Fried insolvency. So we're going to be talking about the insolvency that happened with Binance and all that stuff here. So as soon as we close down this stream, it's going to bring you right to that stream on Beginner Crypto. We are going to be starting that stream up right now. So as soon as we close down the stream, it's going to bring you right to that stream. And so with that said, y'all check it out. We'll see you guys over there. And yeah, like I said, as soon as we close this down, don't go anywhere. We're immediately going to be pivoting to our crypto stream to talk about kind of the crash that we had in crypto today, man. It's been a pretty rough day. A lot of craziness happened. And so, yeah, remember, guys, we day trade, swing trade, and invest every weekday morning. We only need 20 more subscribers left to hit 91. We'll hit it tomorrow. But yeah, we day trade, swing trade, and invest 30,000, 120K buying power account every weekday morning. We cover all the major economic releases like CPI, FOMC meetings, all that good stuff, all the big earnings reports. We're holding AMC as well. So, hey, we'll see you guys over there. What a crazy call. And yeah, we'll see you guys over there. We're starting this new stream up right now. And yeah, we'll see you guys over there. So, new stream is starting in 5 seconds, guys. 5 seconds.
Yes, sir.